Hey friends and family on YouTube, it's Tony, the Prepared Patriarch. It's Sunday morning and I gotta replenish my water supply. As you guys know, last 2 months have been crazy. We're going through COVID, Sammy with his issues, but now, thank God, everybody's good, everybody's back, and we have diminished our water supply, our emergency water supply. Let me go through a few of the things that happened. I'm in the garage right now, I'm still in my pajamas. So this is, these are 1.5 liter bottles of Smart Water. I got 4 cases here. Excuse the messy garage. I have been out of it, so this is one of my things to take care of, is cleaning the garage. So 4, and then 6, 8, 10, 12 and a half cases in total. 12 bottles per case. 1.5 liters each. Okay, do the math. That's what I got in the garage. Let's go down to the dungeon and I'll show you what used to be there. Okay, so next to that stack of bounties, there used to be, behind the Total Gym, there was a stack of something. If anybody remembers what if you got a little snapshot of the dungeon in your brain from previous videos, what was there? It's been there for quite a while. A bunch of those. And in the last month and a half, 2 months, so it's actually 7 weeks to be exact. Exactly to date, 7 weeks. 7 cases, 6 gallons per case, gone. We received that order of Smart Water from the shop, from the pizzeria, because we ordered from Coke Direct. We had about 8 of those cases that were left over from my previous replenishment of the Smart Waters in the garage. Those were gone, so I got, I think, 15 more. Yeah, 15 more, maybe 3-4 weeks ago. So anyway, that's it. Look at that. If that was all I had, would be toast. We went through a personal SHTF. SHTF isn't necessarily a zombie apocalypse or a civil war or a boogaloo or anything like that. You can have an SHTF by catching COVID and being the patriarch of the house, and the matriarch's got COVID too, and it can be more critical than one would think. I would have never thought that water could be such a, well, we could have a water emergency. We don't have a water emergency, but it makes you think. Like, we blew through this water, we blew through a few cases, about 3 cases of the Smart Water upstairs. Thank God we did. My sister called me at the shop. She said, I'm giving the Coke order. What we do is we order every Friday when we need it. They call us from the headquarters. They say, hey, the Coca-Cola, do you need anything for Tuesday? And then if we, whatever we need, we'll say, okay, we need 2 cases of Sprite, 2 cases of Coke, a case of Dr. Pepper, a case of root beer, whatever, 2 liters, cans, 20 ounces. Okay, that's all irrelevant, whatever. But she's like, do you want it? Do you need any Smart Water for your house? Because she knows we like Smart Water, especially for the kids. I like them to drink the quality water. I drink out of the sink. I don't care for myself. But the wife has kidney issues, so I don't want too many minerals. Her kidneys accumulate minerals more than a regular. She has a thing in her kidneys, an issue, which is actually listed in the national or international list of rare disorders. That's how crazy it is. They're more porous than others, so they accumulate minerals more. So I'd rather her drink the high quality water and the kids. Anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about water. That's it. So let me show you another problem that was a factor. Okay, let's go upstairs. Actually, I lied. We're not completely out of Poland Spring. I got 3 gallons in here by the door leading to the kitchen. Our last 3 gallons. So I don't want to be a liar. Okay, so we have a water dispenser in our refrigerator. and we did buy an aftermarket filter, a high-end filter that filters out more than just most filters like Brita, things like that, or just the basic filters that come with your refrigerator. They just take out the minimal contaminants just to improve flavor. Okay, my wife Barbara did her research and she found the brand, the model, whatever that fits this refrigerator that was super high-end, takes out chlorine, lead, fluoride, the whole shebang. A very high-end, pretty pricey, but well worth it. So this is our main water source that we depend on. And what happened was, and I had no idea, this one's for ice, okay, still intact. This refrigerator was with here in the house when we bought the house. It was working okay, good enough. I found no reason to buy a new one. Spend $3 grand on a new refrigerator. So what happened was, it wasn't working for quite a while too. Maybe a couple of months, more, maybe 3-4 months. And we just thought it was broken. So we were using more and more bottled water. These two had separated. This is Gorilla Glue, the clear Gorilla Glue. I tried to fix it yesterday. We just found out yesterday that it was not working. We just realized, because my wife saw the, see this? She saw that, and she's like, what's going on? Every time we would, because sometimes you could push it and it would work. Over the months, over the 6-8 months we've moved into this house, sometimes you push it, it works, sometimes it doesn't. It would go on its little things. So I came in here with the Gorilla Glue and I'm putting it together, I'm holding it, and I'm like, all right, just let it dry. I'm sitting here holding it. And she's like, why don't we just replace the hose? It can't be too hard. And I don't know, I'm not that handy, but she is. She's handier than I am. She goes to Home Depot, grabs GE water lines, and it's a GE fridge. They're universal anyway. So we're gonna fix that today. But also, we gotta replenish the water supply. So let's go to Restaurant Depot now. Let's take a trip. We're gonna grab like 10, 15, 20 cases of those Poland Springs and haul them down to the basement. That'll be the workout of the day. And I'll have a little peace of mind. We'll have some backup water down in the dungeon. The dungeon just isn't a dungeon without cases of Poland Spring down there, right? Look at these girls. They can't even have breakfast without their tablets. Say hi, girls. Hi. Zara, say hi. Okay, I'll see you guys in the Restaurant Depot parking lot. I'm going to put a little bit of behind the scenes footage in just because I've been away for so long, and we'll add a little extra content. So I'm just getting ready now. Go to Restaurant Depot. There are many Restaurant Depots, well, not when I say many, there are 3 within I'd say a 20 minute drive from my house. The closest one is 15 minutes, and then I have one that's about 20 minutes and another one about 24, 25 minutes. You know what, why am I buttoning this? I still have things to add. Okay, now we're good to go. And we gotta keep it accessible, so we'll button it from halfway down. Water is the most important prep, I believe, because you can't scavenge for, okay, that was a stupid thing to say. You can scavenge for water. That's my emergency plan in my PACE, your PACE procedure, whatever your PACE for primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. Emergency water for me is gonna be, I've got several streams nearby. I have water filtration, water purification. I have pre-filtration, I have filtration, I have purification. I don't have any catchment systems. So my primary is the filtered water that comes out of the refrigerator. Alternate is the bottled water I keep stored in the dungeon and in the garage. Contingency would be tap water, and emergency would be the streams nearby. I've done previous videos with my daughter Zara, my younger daughter, where we've bicycled and checked out some sources of water, and those are only a few. We do have much more than we have many more. For being in New Jersey, for being in a very, very highly populated area, we are in the mountainous kind of hilly region where was once a lot of farmland. I'm talking about 50 years ago, 60, 70 years ago was a lot of farmland. It's been developed since to it's the suburbs, but that's it. Got my Bose Sound Sports. These are like earbuds. What do they call them? Apple AirPods for you. 9 out of 10 people are Apple people, so I have a Note, whatever. The new Note. They're not the newest, not the 2021s or whatever that are coming out. I've got the prior. What was it? 10 or an 11? Got my Benchmade Pagan. And just my keys. Listen, I keep the car key, the shop key. I don't even have a house key because I got the garage actuator thing on in the car, and I've got a little backup, you know, for opening boxes and whatnot. I keep this. I don't like to pop out the big knife every time you got to open a box. Sometimes you got to open a mail or something, or a package maybe in public, or it's just sometimes off-putting to people. Hey buddy, my nephew's here, little Mickey. All right, oh, and my watch, my Samsung watch. All right, so that's, I guess, my EDC. I guess I just showed you guys my EDC inadvertently, or maybe inadvertently, maybe on purpose. But this is not an EDC video by any stretch of the imagination. I'm in my bedroom, getting ready. I enjoy talking. Okay, so let's test it. Are we accessible? 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 Okay. Good. And this is always, I always practice with this one, so I know that one's accessible. So let's go to Restaurant Depot. It's Sunday. You know what, my watch is just turning on now. I had on the charger. So it's around, oh, it's 10 a.m. It's probably packed in there. We'll have, oh, I'm sorry, it's 11 a.m. 11:24. Connected to Wi-Fi. All right. So now I'll meet you in the parking lot, the Restaurant Depot parking lot. I'll see you there. Good old Interstate 80. It's been a while since I've been even on the highway, guys, believe it or not. So, we're on the way to Restaurant Depot. I know I keep saying I'll see you in the parking lot, and then we keep popping up before we get there. But we're on the way. It's about, we got 10 more minutes to get there. Just wanted to do a little bit more chit chat. Can't stop myself. What I wanted to talk about is my water situation is different than your water situation. You know, everybody's situation is different. So most of you know that have been here for a while. I am not a how-to. I'm not really out to teach anybody. I like sharing. I just share my journey, my experience, the way I do things. I have been learning
which is, I think, the biggest benefit of YouTube is, personally for me, what I've gained the most from having a channel and from having all of you great subscribers and people that leave comments. 99 out of 100, you know what, 999 out of 1,000 comments is advice, well wishes, blessings, beautiful people that all they want to do is help. It's a wonderful community on here, and I'm lucky. I wish I started a channel years ago and met all you beautiful people, and I've been blessed. I've absolutely been blessed with all the help. A lot of good preppers out there that don't have channels. A lot of you are preppers, lifelong preppers. You grew up on farms, grew up in the country, grew up prepping, grew up or have started years ago the preparedness lifestyle, which, I mean, we have always been preparedness. I have always been preparedness oriented, kind of like my lifestyle was always to be ready for anything. Everybody looked at me as always being a little extra. They're like, yeah, aren't you a little extra? And I would always say, you never know. You know, I said, you never know. I'd always have a few extra things, not just food, water. You know, even when we first got married, when I used to go shopping, when I would do the grocery shopping, my wife would say, wow, like, you kind of, a little much, no? And I said, I don't know, we'll eat it, it's not gonna go bad, you know. Instead of, it's, you know, we got a little extra, it's no big deal. It's just kind of how I always was. Whenever I bought ammo, I would always buy extra. Just certain things. I'd get it, instead of getting 1 or 2 little boxes, I'd grab a case of this or that. Anyway, so, but I want to thank all of you for all of your help. I want to thank all of you for all of your advice. Advice has been phenomenal, really phenomenal. I've learned a lot from you guys in the comment section. All right, so we're coming up on Restaurant Depot. This time, seriously, I will see you in the comment section. I mean, not the comments. Yes, the comment section, but I'll see you in the parking lot. All right, and here we are, guys. Restaurant Depot. There's some folks loading their cars everywhere. Sundays are, I mean, every day it's like, it's like the mall on Christmas every day here. But I'm gonna say Sundays are the worst. Sundays are the absolute worst. But I've got 0 water in the dungeon. Look at these people waiting for parking spots. Oh God, I'm not waiting for these people. I'm just gonna get a far spot, and I like parking far anyway. These people are animals. Listen, restaurant owners, 9 out of 10 of them are degenerates, okay? Degenerates. Cocaine addicts, alcoholics, habitual gamblers, whatever. Hey, listen, everybody's got their problems, everybody's got, you know, a past, as do I, believe me. You guys would be shocked if I told you a few things from my past. But these people, when you go in there, when you're in Restaurant Depot, it's a warehouse full of restaurant owners in a hurry, okay? Pissed off, especially during Corona. They've gotten worse, their demeanor. Nobody says excuse me, nobody gives anybody, you know, you've got these huge carts full of merch, huge boxes. These carts do get heavy, and sometimes you got to stop on a, excuse me, I just whacked the camera there. Sometimes you got to stop quick because somebody comes right through you, right by the aisle. But all right, let me flip it around. For those of you that don't know, I had coronavirus for about 6 weeks, I was testing positive. I was tested four times. By the first time was in the ER, second time was at the hospital again, third time was by my doctor's office, and then the fourth time was at a clinic, which they did the instant test and the PCR test, which was the fourth time was negative, which was 6.5 weeks span from my first to my fourth test. So I had coronavirus, COVID-19. I was positive for 6 weeks. It was awful. Anyway, now I was anti-mask. Hopefully these masks will help. And what I did was I came across N95s at Home Depot, okay, Milwaukee brand, but they're certified by the company that certifies N95. They're not KN95s. KN95s are cheap Chinese N95s. They're not allowed to be called N95s unless they're manufactured here in the States. So there's a tidbit of information. Maybe some of you knew that, maybe some of you didn't. Okay, so let's hit it. Let's go get that water. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to bring, my wife bought me, she bought me a tripod that the legs for the tripod are bendable, you know, so you can kind of like I would be able to wrap it around my cart, and I'd have a little tripod, and I can kind of show. Shit, I was gonna bring it. I had it right by the door. Okay, so we'll get a little footage inside too. Okay, when we're grabbing the water, I'll see you in there. All right, here we go. We got a pallet of the gallons. So I know this isn't the most efficient way to store water, for sure. This is just where I'm at. So I'm gonna fit as much of this cart, of this pallet onto this cart. Got some monster up there, as I can. Here we go. We got 16 cases. What's 16 times 6? 16 times 6. 96 gallons. Let me throw one more on there so we can pass 100. So we will have a 102 gallons of water going down to the dungeon today to replenish my supply. Okay, I'm gonna throw that last case on there. Go check out, and I'll see you in a second. All right, guys, 102 gallons. folded the middle row down. So let's swing around there, put them in. If this was the Olympics and we were in the diving competition, you should have seen the twirl my friend just did. Would have been a gold medal for the USA for sure. So for those of you that, I mean, nobody said anything, nobody made a comment in this, but for those of you that may have thought or may have wondered, how do you run out of water just because you have COVID? I guess I picked the hardest goddamn way. Let me take this shit off. I got the hardest freaking way. I don't know. There's got to be an easier way. I'm sure everybody on here is gonna have 101 different and easier and better ways to stock water in your house. But this is what I know. I've been coming to Restaurant Depot for 15 years at least. And whatever we need, we come to Restaurant Depot. Started off in the business, obviously, and turned into at home. You know, meat, flour, things like that. Not everything. We still go to regular grocery stores, Costco, Walmart. But for things like this, we come here to Restaurant Depot. So I'm gonna put my 2 cases of Monster in. This is actually my favorite. The Rehab, it's an iced tea. I don't know why they wrote Rehab on it, but there's a lemonade iced tea, peach tea, and raspberry tea. Phenomenal. And I think it's only 5 grams of sugar per can, which the other ones are like 52 or 48, depends on which flavor you get. But 50 grams as opposed to 5 grams. And these taste better. Alright, so you'll have to excuse me. The second case of Monster is what the phone is leaning on right now. Alright, I'll see you guys back at the casa. And we made it. And we made it. 17 cases of Poland Spring gallons are secure for my family, just in case, to sustain us come, you know, any emergency. Obviously, there are emergencies big enough where we might not even get to this water. We could be flooded. You know, we're in the basement. That's why I keep what I keep in the garage, I guess, in case of flood. But it is what it is. It was a long, arduous process. 17 cases of water, hauling it here, then from the garage, bringing it all the way inside, and then carrying it down these stairs. But it was worth it. It gives me peace of mind. We're back to prepping, everybody. It feels good to be back to prepping. It feels good to be here in front of the camera, talking to everybody, sharing with you guys my experiences, my prepping journey, you know, as a prepper, as a father, as a man, as an American, as one of you, I guess. I enjoy it very much. I enjoy making these videos more than you guys can. I mean, some of you honestly do understand. There are some YouTubers that are, it's more of an art for them, I guess, you know, with the computers and the production and all that. See, that's their thing. Me, I think it's, I have a real attachment to it. It's true, heartfelt, enjoyment. This is one of the things in life that I really enjoy doing. So I work, spend time with my family, and I'd like to shoot these videos for you guys, you know. So thank you for watching. If you watched up to this point, you've put in a lot of time on this video. Thank you. The thing with the minutes is, the more minutes that are watched, what they're called watch hours, the more hours that are accumulated, the better. So I appreciate you watching for this long. Tomorrow I go back to work. Everybody at the shop misses me. I got to get back and start running things again. I do miss it. My wife is not happy. She's used to having me home, and I miss being, I'm gonna miss being home. This was great. As sick as I was, as whatever I went through, 7 weeks of being home was nice. Anyway, guys, so like we mentioned before, pace. My primary is the dispenser in my refrigerator. That is now gonna be working perfectly. Alternate is my bottled water, but mostly the smart water upstairs. This is an alternate also, but I would try not to use this one unless I had to. My contingency is the tap water through the sink, you know, the city water, town water, running through the Berkey or the Sawyer. And emergency is local streams, rivers, ponds, lakes. I would go with my 5-gallon buckets and my beach cart. We got a beach cart with big tires on it. It's one of those foldables. You know, they got it at Dick's Sporting Goods and Walmart. We've got one of those. I could probably definitely fit 2 5-gallon buckets, maybe 3 if we do it like in a zigzag. We'll fill them up with water. We'll bring them here. We'll treat them. We've got the tablets. Oh, what are those tablets called? They come in the little glass bottles. We've got those. We've got a Sawyer. We've got a Berkey. We've got bleach. We've got chlorine for the pool. We got a bunch of ways we can clean water. But so that's the plan. Anyway, thank you again, guys. God bless you all. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I hope you all have a progressive week. And I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care.